It's a Premier League's finale, but two teams have been promoted already from the EFL Championships. That's Leicester City and Ipswich. Leicester City got relegated last summer, but were able to spend just one season in Championship and won the title. Super Eagles stars Wilfred Ndidi and Kelechi Iheanacho were a huge part of the success.
Crucial goal!
Well, joining me now in the studio to discuss on his season with Leicester City and some of the upcoming matches of Super Eagles is Leicester City and Super Eagles midfielder Kelechi Iheanacho. Wilfred Ndidi. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Well, I would say you had an interesting season. We all know you as a very combative midfielder, someone who is very good box to box and all that. But you kind of evolved this season, and we saw a different Wilfred Ndidi. Tell us about your season with Leicester City.
It was an amazing season because moving from a number 6 into a number 8 was quite difficult the first 2-3 games. But when I got comfortable, it became natural for me, you know. So, so far the season was good. Got injured and missed out on the AFCON, but coming back, got my feet back, and it was an amazing season.
Well, you talked about having an amazing season, which we all rightfully saw, but we also saw Nigeria at the African Cup of Nations. And from a player's perspective, how would you say it's meant to you while watching the players, as your teammates, from UK?
Yeah, to be honest, I was so proud of the team. Yeah, we lost in the final, but it's part of the game. And you know, sometimes when you have too many games in within 3 days, sometimes it's kind of difficult if you don't have like a big squad. I think that's the only advantage Ivory Coast had against us in the finals. But the whole competition, like we were really amazing. I was so proud of the team. Yeah, we came second, but I'm still proud of the team.
Well, it seems you're speaking the mind of the people, because after the tournament, so many said the players looked tired, probably part of the reason they lost that final. But do you think your absence in the team definitely has affected the team? Because we saw some lapses, but Nigerians know how much of relevance you have in that midfield.
To be honest, I feel like the team comes first, you know. Like I always try to do my best, like try to help the players around me, and sometimes it makes me like kind of stand out sometimes. But I think overall the team really did really well, and I would say, as I said earlier, it was just because of the fatigue. And I think the Ivorians, they've got like a bigger squad. Some of the guys didn't play back to back, but we had like same team like playing all the way and just few changes. You know, the guys were humans. You know, sometimes we get tired. You know? So I think that was the only advantage the Ivorians had against us in the final. If not, we were up for it, to be honest.
Okay, now we also saw Nigeria face off against South Africa at the African Cup of Nations, and now in June, Nigeria will be facing off against South Africa and the Benin Republic, and we know where Nigeria stands on the table. That's for the World Cup qualifiers. What are your thoughts on those matches? They are very, very, very important.
Yeah, the matches are really, really important because we know where we stand at the moment. It's not a good position, to be honest. We should be honest with ourselves. Looking at the group, all teams like want to, as long as you're in that group, you want to qualify. So there are no small country or small group, small team. Sorry, I think where we are at the moment gives us like I'll say more pressure. Yeah, because these games are games that it should be a must-win game. I'm not saying we will win the game, but I'm saying it's a must-win game because we don't know what's going to happen. But it all boils down to we as a team, because we know what is at hand, and then we know we have to get as much as we can in these 2 games just to go up there.
We're talking about getting as much as you can. Now we'll still talk on the Super Eagles as there's a new coach already. You know, you are already used to him. 20 months as assistants to Pesero, and now you have him confirmed as the official Super Eagles head coach. What are your expectations as you head into these games as he's a new one in charge?
Yeah, I would say congratulations to him because he's been part of the team for months now, and I think him coming into that role as a manager, I think is a big one for him. But you know, when we played in a friendly game in Morocco against Ghana and Mali. So I really felt bad for him because he was alone and there was no assistant, no one to help. He was basically conducting the training, doing the tactics, even doing games, conducting the warm-up. And I think, you know, we as a group, and then seeing him going through all this and still still confident with the team, it is amazing because with little help from other people coming in, I think he's going to do well.
Now, indeed, we'll go to Wilfred. We'll go to the Premier League proper now. You are an experienced Premier League player, so I know you know how the final day always seems like. Tell us all about the tension or what goes on in minds of players. We saw you severally up until last year in the Premier League final day.
To be honest, yeah, last year it was a sad time, being relegating and all. But it's all good now. We're back, so I think the expectation is high because we know what we faced in the championship, and to be honest, I don't know. The championship is hard. To be honest, it's difficult mentally, physically. It is difficult. So I think we as a team, we know we don't want to go back there. So that puts us like into more work to actually compete in the Premier League. Yeah.
Not many teams can go to the Premier League and just return to the relegation, just return so easily. We've seen Watford, we've seen teams, Stoke at some point. I know when I was younger, I had Stoke City being one of the big teams, but coming back is very difficult. Talk to us about how the team, the coach, what spurred you guys to ensure that it's just one season we're going to be spending?
Yeah, I think, you know, when the manager came in, he actually made us understand the whole idea of the game and made everyone come together and know the fact that if we don't come up this year, it's going to be difficult in the next years because championship is very, very difficult. I must say it's very, very difficult having to play almost 40-something games. You know, it is draining, and then you have to play FA Cup and the other cups. But I think it just made us understand the fact that it is just about the mentality. It is not going to be easy, but it's just about the mentality. And then stick to the plan, No matter how the game is going, we just stick to the plan. And it works out, and everything was fine.
It's the final Premier League game. I know you'll be waiting to return, but we know that there's a lot of banter on social media about Arsenal, City and all of that. I remembered in 2019 when City played Leicester City, the 1-0 victory, company don't shoot thing. For you, do you think City can still do it today?
To be honest, both teams are under pressure, you know, because they have to win. Both teams have to win. And the fact that the games are on the same time give even more pressure because when you go down or you go up, you start wondering, what's the other team doing? I think both teams still have a chance because this is football. You never know what's going to happen. You can't say Man City is going to win it because Arsenal, well, it doesn't matter, but these games is just like the most important game for both teams. Yeah.
I will come back to the first point you made, talking about injuries. At some point, you were laid off for quite a while, but you came back and still gave it your all. Anytime, no matter the duration of the injury, you return and still be at your best. Would you say you pushed your body so much? Because you know, Ndidi, before the injuries and when he comes back, would you say you were always returning swiftly? So injuries are part of the game, and I was feeling bad. I felt bad when it actually happened, but I didn't make it like bring me down, if you know what I mean. But because I know what is at stake, you know, going forward.
So I try my best to like physically, mentally, and try to be the best version of myself coming back, you know. And then I just feel like it is still me. It still boils down to me. Like what I do is not what I do outside the pitch that people say. It is what I do inside the pitch that people say. But I just feel like, so the work ethic comes off the pitch. So I just try my best to work off and work so hard and then get back on the pitch and just do my thing.
Well, coming from a player's perspective as well, when injured, what goes through your mind? Do you have any certain kind of pressure? Because we see players who are laid off, maybe coming back, they are not in shape, but you come back and almost seem same.
Yeah, it all boils down to like your nutrition, your dieting and all. For me, I just feel like those things are so important, and then try to make just to heal, because time is a healer, you know. So as long as you're healing, just try to strengthen every part of the body that you need. So that's all I do. And then spend time with family mentally, and try to just watch games and just distract myself, gaming or something. I just find something different to do, or fashion, or you know, something, because all those things are like kind of a distraction for me to start thinking about when I'm coming back, or you understand. So I just find some distractions and then get myself mentally ready for the next.
Talking about fashion. Wilfred, so many on Instagram, see, is Wilfred trying to bully out all the models from their work? Because looking at your fashion sense, it seems quite different. Is fashion something you want to delve into? Because your fashion sense definitely almost always gets the props on media. For me,
it's not something I want to, like, I just do it for fun, to be honest. It's not something I want to like get into, or yeah, I want to get on a runway. Yeah, just to have that feeling, you know. But it's not something I want to do for. I'm just doing it for fun, you know. So I'm just enjoying my time, and you know, when you go football, sometimes just enjoy yourself out of football and understand certain part of life, you know, like education, as I said, fashion, gaming. Sometimes I'm part of, like, I game a lot, so it's just part of distraction for me, like not just to focus on football, because there's family, everything around you apart from football. Yeah.
Well, before I let you go, Wilfred, about your contract coming to an end soon, so many players either leave for money or for regular time. You have playing time and all of that, but what would determine Wilfred's stay in Leicester City?
For me, it's just how I am. I just want to play football, to be honest. Play football, enjoy my time. You know, like I don't think about what's going to happen next, or what's coming, or what's not going to come, or something. I just want to enjoy myself and play football. You know, the next stage for me is not now. It's just few months from now. You know, so I'm not thinking about. I just want to get myself ready for whatever is coming for me. You know, so I just look forward to those, and then see what comes out of it. Yeah.
Well, if you say the next stage for you is not now, we're just looking at what is happening. So many will say Wilfred got an education. It's not something that so many do while playing, combining football and education together. But why did you do that? Is this for the now or for the future?
No, it's both, to be honest. It's for now and also for the future, because when you're playing football and then you're not like, so football you still got like time. When you go training, you still got like spare time, you know. So I just say, okay, my spare time, what can I do? You know, like, it's not, education is not something you say, oh, you have everything, you know everything. So it's just me about getting knowledge about the four walls of schools and knowing what I want to do after football, you know. So it's just why I enrolled in school, and then it's all right, to be honest.
Well, thank you so much, Wilfred Ndidi, for your time here. And I wish you good luck ahead of the Super Eagles games and ahead of next season.
Thank you very much.